Okay, here's the one that's going to get me into trouble. Um, Although they probably would agree with me too. Here's a question. Should people on the spectrum be included with people under red flag laws? This is wear my red shirt. In another way, you know, what did Dylan Klebold and his friend, what was their disability? Because they had one. Were they schizophrenic? No, they're too young to be schizophrenic. Bipolar? Probably not, or they would have used them on themselves. On the spectrum, is mass murder when you're a child the kind of acting out? Is that a tantrum? Yeah, yeah. Is it yeah, is it a form of stimming? Is it a meltdown or caused by a meltdown? One that you decide you can never come back from. Closer. So the question is, should people with autism be put on the red flag law list? Like I said, this is going to get me into trouble, probably canceled. I don't know, but it makes sense. Should at least be discussed. Let's just discuss it, shall we? Um, so yeah, I'm sure people are going to just dump on me, or maybe not. I mean, I think people with autism would say, "Yeah, don't give us guns. Don't let us buy guns." Um, so yeah, and don't let our parents buy guns. Don't let have guns in the house. Do you have autism? Or, have you been diagnosed with autism? That should be a question. Um, and, the problem is there'd have to be some kind of registry and, to have it be a red flag thing. And that may be a bridge too far for some people. But, um, it's a legitimate, how do how do you go from how do you go from diagnosis to red flag laws? I mean, right now, to be on a red flag law, you have to have been committed against your will for mental illness. Um, Whereas I think if somebody is committed even for their will and diagnosed voluntarily, that person shouldn't have a gun, including me. I signed myself in for bipolar. Diagnosed, I have medication. I should never be allowed to own a gun. The life I save will be mine. So yeah, I think that should go be through for people with autism. It should be a mandatory report. Um, and it's usually a matter of public record anyway, because people seek, are usually get public funding for that. So I know people will go, "Oh no, you're bigoted." It's like, no, I'm trying to save your life and the life of your friends. Um, and it is a bigoted thing to say, but is it true? So the question I ask: should people on the spectrum be allowed to possess weapons, especially firearms? Are any of the mass shooters, were any of them on the spectrum? Or rather, were any of them not on the spectrum among school shooters? I mean, yeah, there are people who did gang violence, but even then, you usually don't join a gang if you're not functionally something less than fully literate. You know, honor students who aren't autistic don't shoot their schools. Um, the people in AP English, none of them are going to bring a gun to school. Um, so yeah, we need to talk about it. And please don't cancel me, or do cancel me, but say why. I'm canceling him because he said autistic shouldn't have guns. Yeah, that's still a vote in the favor of the proposition. So um, hopefully nobody will stop listening to me because of that. If you are, I'm sorry. hurt your feelings, but can save your life. I don't care about that hurting the feelings thing. So, yes, that's going to get me canceled, I'm sure. So, yeah, discuss.